Hi everybody, so this is going to be a video walkthrough for Antenna. This game is free to play. It does have 5 Steam achievements, 4 of which are just accomplishing certain tasks that would, I guess, mark like chapters. There's not really chapters that doesn't switch from character to character, it doesn't move on. It's one long level. There is a 5th Steam achievement that is called UVB76. That is a buzzing antenna. We have to find a secret location on the way to one of the signals and then wait there for 2 minutes and 35 seconds in order to get the achievement there. Now, I'm not going to wait that entire time because I feel like this video will already be long enough, but I will segment the video with chapters on YouTube to show you where all the achievements are and give descriptions as to what you have to do to unlock them. So this is entirely keyboard and mouse based. You use your mouse with the scroll wheel and also the left click button, the left mouse button, and then you also use different keys from your keyboard. So we'll get started by scrolling up or down, and right from the beginning of the game you're going to get the achievement First Signal right here. Anytime this screen appears and you get a new piece of the signal, you'll get one of the signal achievements, and as you can see there are 4 segments, so 4 achievements. Okay, so from this main screen right here, this is where we start. We're going to hold in X to get the first tower to show up. You'll hold in S, and we'll hold in O. And you have to hold in the buttons. If you let go, the tower will not lock into place. And now this is going to be the first of 2 frequency puzzles. So you need to, sort of like a radio, like an old radio, you have to tune the signal to where we need to actually hear the right thing. So I have on my dry erase board that this is 305. I think that's a bit incorrect. I think it's more like 303, but there might be like a generous kind of width for where you can actually get the signal. So right around here, and you want to lock in your option for the signal hitting space, not space, I apologize, hitting shift, and it can either be right or left shift, but I prefer right shift because then you have to hit the question mark button. That locks in the signal, and it's going to get to that screen, and that will be second signal. So we're making some good progress already. Okay, so this is going to introduce the main character, which is crazy because we're halfway done and we were introducing the main character. You're going to want to go to the left side of your keyboard. You want to hold in left shift. Then you want to hold in S, continuing to hold in shift. We have to lock the tower in place. And then it might be a little hard to see, but it's suggesting above the tower in the back that you have to hit your left mouse button. And you have to hold that in as well. Now those are locked in place so you can release your keys. And you'll scroll downwards to extend the legs of the spider bot, even though it's more like a locust, I guess. I don't think it has 6 or 8 legs, so it might not be allowed to be called a spider bot. So we'll move the robot, and if you hold shift in, either shift, you will run. We're going to go past this building. And this is the vessel we'll be using, the main character will be using for the remainder of the game until the very end. So if you come across here to this bridge, you'll actually find out that it's an elevator. We don't want to go down it, we want to go to the right side of the screen. Continue going. You're going to go past these signal towers that are connected to the building we just passed. And right after the field of towers is going to be this tower by itself. If you hang out here for 2 minutes and 35 seconds, you will get the UVB76 achievement. Now, I don't really know what the reference here is. This is the only hidden achievement in the game. I think it might have to deal with like number stations, but don't quote me on that. I don't know exactly like what the influence was from the developer for this game. So it could very well be something like that, like an old signal tower giving off something. So you have to wait there for 2 minutes and 35 seconds and you'll get the achievement, UVB76. We'll go here to where the 3rd tower should be, but as you notice, it needs charged, so we need to charge the station. We're going to go all the way over here to this pile of rubble. It's going to bring up a little keypad rather. It's actually an energy pad, So you have to scroll downwards. I'm sorry, you have to scroll upwards. The controls might be inverted in some places, so just be mindful of that. You have to scroll up to charge the battery. Once it's charged, the ground will shake. It's going to raise these kind of, they're not really pistons, but I guess like, they might even be like transformers, but they're not up on towers, they're just on the ground. So that's charged now, and we'll go back over here to the third tower. We'll hold in shift, and we will left click. Oh, you can release. And that is going to be signal 3. I'm sorry, third signal. It's the number first, then the word signal. I apologize. So third signal. And we are almost done with the game. We have 4 out of 5 achievements now. Pretty simple. We will go back the way we came. It's really interesting. I like this game quite a bit. I actually played this back in 2016. It was one of the few games I played in 2016. And the waiting 2 minutes and 35 seconds reminds me of the 3-minute achievement from Home is Where One Starts, which was a game that means a lot to me. This game actually means a lot because it was the first game I played in a really long time, when I was away from Steam for a while dealing with some real life events. So, oh, I should mention, before I came down the elevator, if you notice your signal in the corner, it only shows 2 bars. That's because you left that room or that area with 2 bars. I don't know why it doesn't update when you come back to this area. Probably just something that fell through in the last minutes of development. Sorry, I was talking about something else unrelated. When you come in here, though, if you notice, when you come down to the bottom of the elevator shaft, you'll still have all 3 signal bars. So it was just probably something like a visual cue that just did not get updated in the last minutes of the game. So we'll come over here and we'll press X. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Sorry about that. X. You'll now turn on the power for this facility. If you look in the back at the terminals that are on the wall, there are buttons that are on the consoles, and you'll notice that the 2 furthest ones have a triangle-shaped array on the side. That's very important as a reference to something that we'll be hitting in a minute. But we'll need to go to the end of this hallway first. Oh, that's right, I can shift for run. Sorry. Okay, so we'll go over here, and this is going to be a sound puzzle. I guess it wouldn't be a game about signals without a sound puzzle. So you want to scroll, and your scroll is going to be inverted. This is a lot like a if you look at like a soundboard for like controlling microphones and music. The buttons in the second and third sound are going to be similar to something like that. So if you scroll up, you're actually going to scroll down. If you scroll down, you're going to scroll up. So we want to make sure that we're scrolling the right way, and we don't want to mess up the sounds once we have them. You can probably figure this sound puzzle out just by listening. Obviously not to my voice, to the actual puzzle itself. So you probably see how off it is. So we have to set it. So let's go to the second button. We'll scroll up. Oop. No, we'll scroll down because down is up. I didn't even listen to my own advice. Sorry. Okay. And you're going to want to get that second button to where the top of the button meets that second line. Almost. One more scroll. It has to be very specific. Okay, that's in place. Now the third signal is a little bit challenging. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines on the area for the button to actually rest. We need to get it to where it is exactly. Ooh, that's too far. It has to be exactly off of that 4th bar by 1 movement. So it'll be right above the 5th bar, but it has to be right under the 4th bar, the thinner lines, by just one scroll. Once you have that, you're going to open the door with X. We'll head right in. This room, there's nothing in it. It's just going to be, it's going to be important for a cinematic in a moment, but we'll just walk across it. This door is just going to automatically open. It's kind of a shame that there wasn't another puzzle in this room. I guess there was already a number of puzzles in the game, but we just have to get into this room here, and this is going to be the last room we have the Spider-Bot main character. Right here, we're going to press left-click to open this kind of mainframe block. Okay, now remember the terminals I talked about, how the array was an upside-down triangle, and there is the buttons light up one at a time. So we want to put in the code correctly here. We're going to put in B, H, U, Y, T, G, because the array lit up one button at a time and went around the triangle that way. So it basically forms from B, H, U, Y, T, G down in a triangle. And then you're going to hit Shift, and then you just have to scroll, and you have to scroll down. The wires will come down. You'll be absorbed into the mainframe. And now the bridge where we were is actually a silo for these giant antenna array. We are almost done. Once we get out, the array is going to show. We have to press B. It's going to pop up again. We have to press B one more time. Press B one more time. Then we'll press O. No holding the button this time. You just have to press. And then you'll press Shift and S at the same time. And then X. And once you've pressed X, that is the end of the button presses for that. You've now expanded the array the whole way out, and the last thing you need is to get the last signal. Now, on my dry erase board, I have 448 as the number. Again, it probably grants you a little bit of leniency for it. I'm going to try to talk over my mouse wheel. Sorry, it's probably really loud. I'll try to get the microphone away from it. So we'll just scroll all at once, a little bit faster. So yeah, like I said, it's probably 448 or like right here in front, right there in front of the, yeah, right there in front of the 450. You probably can go all the way, almost all the way back to that nodule that's right in front of it. The numbers are really small, so I'm not actually sure what that frequency is. I want to get a little bit close there. And then you'll hit Shift, it'll be right Shift, and then question mark. It's going to accept that frequency. And you will get fourth signal. And that is the last of the 5 achievements. You'll now get a zoom out of the Earth while the ending plays. And then you get the credits, the ending credits, and that's everything that you need to know for Antenna. I really like this game. Like I mentioned before, it came at a really, really good time for me back in 2016, and I wanted to revisit it and do a video walkthrough for it. I tend to like latch on to some games as a result. They sort of, a lot of them will like happen during really nice periods of my life. And this one just left an impression because of that. So. Alright, so it'll fade out from the Earth. It's going to go back to, I believe, the main title screen. Yeah, there we go. And then it has an option of replaying. It will erase your save file if you hit replay. So that's Antenna. So thank you so much for watching. I really like this game. It's a really nice and short game. And like I said, it does have 5 Steam achievements, and it will count for your Steam profile if you're aiming for just some 100% that are here and there, or if you just wanted to play a nice little fun game, if you had a couple of minutes or less than an hour to spare. So again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next guide or video. Take care. Have a great day.